Well, hello there. Welcome to On the Beat, the podcast that uncovers full frontal male nudity in cinema. My name is Laura, and I am joined by my weekend lover, Ryan.
I'm absolutely terrified how I'm going to pronounce this director's name.
I got it. Watch me. I practiced it, and then I'm just going to screw it up when it's time for it to come out of my mouth.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We are talking about the 2020 drama Monday, directed by Argyris Papadimitropoulos. Yes. Yes. Starring Sebastian Stan and Denise Gough. And the synopsis that I pulled from Letterboxd is, a spark on a Friday can lead to a sizzling weekend fling. But what happens when you get to the inevitable Monday? And the tagline is, love is no small thing.
All right. Yeah, not bad. Nobody likes Mondays. Bob Geldof said that. No one likes Mondays. No one's a fan of Mondays.
You know who else hates Mondays?
Who?
Garfield.
Oh, yeah.
The cat.
Yes, yeah.
But he loves a lasagna, just like me.
Yeah, but Garfield has no schedule. You know what I mean? He has no concept of time.
Sure.
Stealing lasagnas and all sorts of stuff from, windowsills and things.
Well, maybe he's really good at relationships then. Because he doesn't have to deal with a Monday. Because
Yeah.
he doesn't know what time is.
He's not very good. Well, he's not good with Odie, is he? He's not. And then, obviously, Jim Arbuckle's not his friend, so to speak. He's his owner. But, yeah, either way.
Why don't we talk about the director?
Yes, so Argyris Papadimitropoulos. Okay, so he's a Greek writer and director. He's known for Monday, Suntan, and Wasted Youth. He's a multi-award winning filmmaker. At the Hellenic Film Academy Awards, the year Suntan came out, he won Best Director, Writer, and Best Film. In terms of his filmography, he made Bang Bang in 2008, Wasted Youth in 2011, Suntan in 2016, Monday in 2020, and there's a relatively new release. I think it's called Elytra 7 in 2025.
Suntan won Best Film at the Edinburgh Film Festival.
I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you wanted me to put that up, but yes, no, I didn't. I noticed that, I just didn't write it down.
I did. See, this is why we're a team.
What a synergist relationship we have. Kind of like the synergist relationship between the couple in this movie, I suppose, maybe.
I can understand why people would think that based on the synopsis and based on the title of the film, that this covers one weekend. It does not.
No, there's several Fridays over the course of this story, but it does sound as though they have a fair amount of relatively significant weekends, really.
Like it's a great time.
Yeah, they have a bunch of good times. It seems to be a blast living in Greece. It looks like.
Mamma mia. You know?
I was gonna say that Italy,
Not
but
a single ABBA song.
No, there doesn't need to be. And that's fine.
Whatever.
But yeah, no, I mean, you can say whatever you want.
Nothing is made worse by ABBA. Everything is elevated by ABBA. The more ABBA, the better.
Oh.
Especially if you're talking about a love story.
So do you think this film would have got a higher rating? It has an ABBA in it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they set a couch on fire. Isn't that good enough?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a nice looking couch, but it could have used a clean. Okay, hold on. Let's get...
I don't know. Well, now that we're on the couch, may as well talk about the couch. I don't know how comfy that couch was. It was kind of like a floor couch. Didn't really have legs or anything. It was like it's like a lay couch. You lay in it.
The couch in question in the film is probably a couch for people in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah, because it'd be harder to get up
Because when
from.
you get old, you need more height on the couch, or else it hurts your knees.
As opposed to beds where you want less height in the bed so you don't roll, you don't fall out of bed.
Break a hip.
I think when you get older, the lower you just get a futon. You just have it on the floor so you can just roll out of bed so you can get onto your front. And then obviously pick yourself up as you kind of get into a stance on all fours. Then you're able to kind of get up out of it.
Ridiculous.
I mean, I've seen it. I've done it. It works.
Okay, Grandpa. The director said that he wanted to make a love story. Okay, so he had some friends who had a what he considered a beautiful relationship, and then one day he heard that the whole relationship went to shit. They became the worst versions of themselves who had been in a perfectly wonderful relationship until then. So he decided that he wanted to explore why two people that were madly in love at some point can become exhausted in their relationship.
Yeah.
He said, many people don't feel like getting involved in intense relationships anymore. And to me, that is so sad. Chloe and Mickey's story is a very honest look at one relationship, and in it there are elements everyone will recognize from their own experiences. I think it's funny that he's saying that people are choosing not to get involved in intense relationships, and I don't think that's up to anyone in particular.
I don't know how you're able to discern if you're going to be in an intense relationship or not. Because you might be like, I'm going to have a relationship with this, I don't know, I was going to say nun, right? But what if she's crazy? I'm assuming that'd be quite an intense relationship just based off of the tenets of what they're... or like, I don't know, if you start a relationship with, say, I don't know, a stripper or something.
A crazy nun? Or a stripper?
There's
What?
there's plenty of exploitation movies out there of this very plot line of an intense relationship with either a nun or a stripper. So who knows? I'm trying to figure out archetypes of people who might be more likely to have intense relationships with, and stripper and nun came to mind.
Only women came to mind. That's very interesting. Very interesting thought coming from a man.
Well, what if you were
Curious.
like a firefighter?
Why would it... Intensity is based on individuals, not based on occupation or religious proclivities or proximity to open flame. So, an open flame could be the relation.
Like backdraft and it's the fire is like alive and it like roars at you and stuff.
I think any relationship could be quite intense, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I cannot say.
I think sometimes it's difficult. I was trying to be funny, but I think what I was trying to say was that you just never know. You never know if it's going to be intense or not.
I mean, in the film, she's an attorney, and he is a previous...
Well, he's a musician.
Mid-level rock star who now does jingles, which is totally fine. And a DJ.
Yeah, he's a DJ. He's right into the music scene. But yeah, no, there's certain elements of his occupation where he's like, it seems as though he's holding himself back somehow. And that's not really kind of explained, really, through the course of the film. He's
only happy when he's miserable, says his best friend from the past.
I mean, I can relate.
You are, and Mickey in the film are their own greatest enemy.
Yeah, we're tortured souls.
There's a lot more that I would have wanted to see in this film, which I think is a good thing, where you're kind of left... I didn't feel like I was missing anything necessarily, but I could have watched more of it, and that's weird considering it's almost 2 hours long. I would have been interested to see more of Mickey's backstory, maybe see why Chloe left the States to go to Greece to work on immigration law. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm less interested in that. I'm more interested in the musician side of things because that's fun.
Well, you don't see a ton of what she does, to be fair. You're kind of more treated to just like the person. We don't really see much of what she does because, again, his occupation is slightly more. It's more cinematic and interesting. But yeah, no, I think what it does though, and it does it relatively quite well, is that it does focus on these intense moments for the most part, and obviously this is taking place over over an extended period of time. There's never really any element of chill because it's always happening at the weekends. And you know what? We're always living for the weekend,
Absolutely.
You can't escape it.
I fully agree.
So, yeah, this is when obviously everything kicks off, is at the weekends. So I think because of that, it makes it feel more intense than it is.
Yeah, I can
Probably.
get that.
Maybe in reality, their relationship isn't isn't as crazy as maybe it's presented here. So.
Well, Sebastian, Denise, and the director spent 3 weeks in Greece working together on the script before production. They had a meeting in New York, and it was like a 2-hour-long meeting to get like a chemistry read on the two of them, which obviously worked well because they do have great chemistry. But much of the script and the blocking is improvised in the film, and I think that that's just the way that the director likes to work. He
Okay.
likes to kind of give them a bit of freedom, have them work on the script together, but it's all quite fluid. And the script kind of gets reworked throughout production, just kind of based on how things are progressing on camera. So it's not a solid script when they go in. And a lot of times in the past, I guess the director has had not issues, but where people maybe aren't as comfortable working in that type of environment. So he was quite happy to have his top 2 people that he wanted cast in the film that were totally down to work in that way.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
And get nude, because he does that a lot. He doesn't get naked necessarily. I don't know about that. I'm just saying there's a lot of nudity in his work.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, oh, he just gets nude for the hell of it.
Nah, he's not like Paul Schrader.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well.
So.
Paul Schrader's a completely different breed, so.
Indeed. Well, the parties in the film were actual parties. The director prides himself on throwing an excellent party, and he would have Denise and Sebastian and kind of the rest of the actors blend in. He would have people that were just around, locals, friends, family, whoever, just show up and throw these parties, and he would film them and kind of have everyone just like blend in together.
Okay, interesting.
So especially that first party in the film where our 2 main actors meet for the first time.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, big fan.
Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, I was kind of more thinking about it, and I was just like, yeah, no, they are pretty good parties. All the thing that's through the film. I mean, they set a couch on fire. No, I brought that up earlier, but they set a couch on fire.
Is that something you want to do in life? Just maybe start a bit of pyromania as a hobby?
I don't know if I'd want to go so far as to refer to it as pyromania, Laura, but at the same time...
Pyrofascination?
I don't know, you know what? There's nothing wrong with staring at a good fire. You know what I mean? You know, you're outside. Obviously, right now, everything is like hot as fuck. So obviously having a fire is not going to be fantastic. But like, yeah, when the cooler weather comes and you see a nice fire, you just stare into the flames. I'm a massive fan of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Zone out to the flames. Pyromania.
Yeah.
It's like talking about extremes. It's just like, no, I just like a good fire. And you're like, oh, pyromania, right? Arson. Yeah.
A little bit of arson.
Just set my car
Talking
on
about
fire.
Firefighters earlier.
Yeah,
Intensity.
Aye. I'll just stab my gas tank. I'll just set the car on fire and then just watch it burn. Just have a right good laugh and just see how it all happens. We could do that tonight if you wanted.
Just for fun, just for an evening activity.
Yeah, just do it in the carport. Just destroy our possessions one by one.
I'm gonna have to think about that one. I don't know if that's the kind of evening I want. What I would do is wake up naked on a rocky beach.
Yeah, that happens.
With a stranger.
It's also a moment as well. Certainly in the beginning, it's a moment that they cite as like it's something they want to, because it harkens. How do I say this?
It's a bookend.
It's a bookend, and I wrote something down. I did say something where it's like. So there's like the edit to scene symmetry in the film that I noticed, in that there's this moment where they're naked on the beach and you hear a dog barking, and then there's another moment near the end of the film where you also hear a dog barking, and it's kind of got this weird symmetry about it. But this is a moment where, obviously, when they wake up on the beach, they harken back to that, and it kind of takes us into the scene that we're going to pertain to today for this episode, where there is this kind of weird symmetry going on with it. There's a ton of shots as well that just, like, pull out, or they're kind of overhead. There's a lot of kind of. It looks like there's a lot of care and attention taken into the stylistic flourishes in the film as well. So, yeah, I don't know. That's my musings.
Oh, I had more musings about like tiny rocks in your vagina instead of sand because these are really pebbly beaches.
Yeah, no,
You know, being in Florida, you don't have to worry about little pebbles because that seems horrible.
Well,
but sand isn't too good either.
No, but like the couple in the movie, at least they're svelte, so like they're not really exhibiting folds like in their skin, so that they where those little pebbles in the sand and stuff like that would maybe congregate. You know what I mean?
No, that's
what
kind
I
of an
would worry
interesting. I definitely didn't think about little pebbles in my skin folds necessarily. There's different folds. I was particularly thinking of a part of a woman's anatomy where you would get that stuff stuck in a intimate way when having sex on a beach.
Yeah. I was trying to make it slightly less
like pebbles in your butt crack and stuff and like in your tummy.
Yeah, like in your belly
Weird.
button.
So
and you're
weird.
you're like, oh, I've got a pebble in my belly button.
No.
You know?
No, but there's a lot of Pebble Beach raw dogging in this film. It definitely makes sense that what is his name? Mickey has a son that he just casually drops. I guess he's not too concerned about it because who knows where this relationship's going to go at that point in the film. But yeah, he just casually drops he has a 6-year-old that he never sees, who he also doesn't speak the same language as.
And we also never really see either.
Which is fine. We don't need to see any.
Although there is the ending, but I don't know if that's the other son or not. You never know. I think that's kind of the point.
I'm pretty sure it's his own son.
The same one? It would make sense. Instead of there being another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, basically the entire, like, front end of the movie is just bone zone. Bone zone on the couch before they set it on fire.
It is. Constant bone zone.
In an alley.
In an alley.
On the beach.
Yeah, the beach. The beach, the bed. Well, the bed's not crazy.
No.
Back of a van.
Yeah.
Get boned in the back.
Why not? You know? That's fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you can. If you're a man with a van and you're able to bone in the van, then there you go. That's it. Just put a blanket down. Bone time.
Yeah. Absolutely. My goodness.
Yeah. It's relationships, modern relationships, the 21st century. We just all have to just get on with it. It's fine. It's Greece. It's Greece.
You would imagine that they would get in trouble a little bit less for being naked in Greece, but they get in trouble all the time.
They pretty much get away with it. It doesn't matter.
That's not necessarily true. But I don't know if you want to fast forward all the way.
At least the first time you get away with
yeah,
it
that's
the first
true.
Time. There is the second time, which is probably what we're about to talk about. So
yeah, this is quite towards the end, very, very, very end of the film.
Yes.
Hour, 41 minutes and 10 seconds into the film. So you're kind of seeing over maybe about 6 months to a year of the relationship between these two people trying to merge their lives together and kind of see what comes about. They move in together really quickly and...
Well, you think they're moving in together really quickly, which might not be relatively true, but... Because there's no sign of like...
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true, because you don't know how much time has passed. She does say at one point that it's been 6 months, but yeah, you're right.
But you know it's obviously the seasons are changing because you're like, oh, it's Christmas, and you have no real discernible sense of when it started.
No, that's wrong, because he convinces her to stay in Athens, and her stuff is already packed because she was meant to be moving back to the States, like, that day. So her stuff was already packed, and then they go grab her stuff. I think they move in together right away, like the next day.
Okay.
Within like a week. Because she was already packed. She's not going to stay packed for like months.
Well, how often does the title card come up as Fridays? Isn't it like 3 times
Maybe 3
or something?
times?
So it's only 3 weekends?
No.
That's crazy.
That's false. Yeah.
That's like our relationship.
Only 3 Fridays? Over 8 years?
Look at us now.
I don't know what day it is anyway.
No.
So
It's Tuesday.
you're kind of seeing this really intense relationship, and it doesn't fizzle necessarily, but it just kind of maybe gets more comfortable, more lived in. Their lives start to happen, right? So it's not just about all the sex and just like their intensity for one another, like the fact that his job starts getting in the way, her job starts getting in the way. He have a kid, and so she's trying to help him be able to get access to his child, and all of that kind of impedes like sex and that part of their relationship, which I think is, probably their favorite part.
But I think that's just kind of normal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like the comfort of the relationship starts to, become a little bit more at the forefront.
Well, Chloe has a breaking point, I suppose, where she just wants to get back on sexy ground. And so her desperate attempt to get that back happens on Christmas, where she, they're just at home. They're drinking. She's like plying them. I don't think either of them are very good with alcohol.
No.
And they're in cozy sweaters, playing the piano.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a lovely evening. And she's like, let's go out. Let's go dancing. And so they leave the comfort of their home and they go out to a club, and then drugs happen and they start snorting cocaine, and she's never done that before.
Drugs and tequila.
6 shots of tequila.
Fights, get in a bar fight, and then they get removed. But it's kind of like she's obviously in a moment of desperation to be like, let's live life, because they're like, oh, we're gonna be parents and all this sort of thing.
Like
it's
the next day.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. But it's almost this element of like self-sabotage as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Where it's kind of just like, we don't really want this and we're doing it anyway, so let's celebrate this in the hope that it'll kind of, it'll just kind of, make itself known eventually. But yeah, it seems like obviously they're going through a moment. There is some turmoil, but it kind of ends in a naked scooter cop chase.
Yeah, she decides that they need to get naked and go back to the beach because that's the root of their relationship. It started naked at the beach, and so they're going to try and reignite this passion again by getting naked at the beach. But they're like, let's get naked right now. Yeah. Get on the scooter and freaking go. So yeah, they strip down and hop on and go riding through town. Yeah. It's a great scene, honestly.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you see enough of him. There's a wide shot. Well, kind of by the time they get arrested, because they do end up with the cops, and it becomes this ridiculous chase sequence. Like, they don't seem to be going as fast as the cops seem to be, who are skidding all over the fucking place for a couple of naked people on a scooter.
I think it's probably, it is a bit overkill on the cops' part, but I think it is mostly because they are nude, and also she is giving the cops the finger over and over and like telling them to go fuck themselves. So the cops are like not interested in having that. But yeah, it definitely does escalate when they get them off of the scooter and she gets aggressive and starts punching cops in the face.
Yeah, it's not good.
Gonna get you in trouble. But yeah, they are just fully nude in the streets at night.
Yeah.
And getting manhandled by the local police.
So you obviously see you get a little bit more exposure of him in the wider shots, and then I think when he is properly arrested and they put the cuffs on him, that's kind of it. By the time they get in the cop car, that's it pretty much over. But yeah.
Yeah, that is that scene.
It's pretty crazy. It's mental. I mean, I enjoyed it. This part, I was like, that's it. Because they're on a scooter a lot. Like, the scooter is his, main mode of transportation. And it's the kind of, like you said, you mentioned, like, the beach and this, and the scooter is also another thing where it's kind of just like, it's their kind of sharing moment. It's like how they, as a couple, like, are together, and it's kind of like their characteristic as a couple. So It makes sense in a very kind of romantic way. Obviously, up until the point where they get arrested and it becomes very real, and they have to go to court and stuff like that. All that's kind of conjecture. It doesn't really matter. But yeah,
Yeah. Denise Gough said that they were able to get away with so much filming the movie in Greece, like, especially the scene that we were just talking about with the scooter, driving around Athens naked. She says that there's no way they would have been allowed to do that stuff anywhere else. And in terms of the nudity for Sebastian Stan, he said, this is pretty typical of what most actors say in terms of getting nude on screen. He's kind of just repeating what everyone always says when it comes to nudities. If it was truthful and made sense, then okay. He said, obviously trust was a big thing. I knew we were trying to tell such an honest depiction of a relationship that we were going to be open to whatever that meant as long as it remained truthful and made sense.
I'm still waiting for the Harvey Keitel school of thought to start like interjecting into some of these opinions, where it's kind of just like, no, I'm not naked, I'm just free.
Harvey Keitel's like, I never get naked, I am the character. So if Sebastian Stan was like, oh no, I don't get nude, Mickey gets nude, that's the Harvey Keitel train of thought.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
The school of nudity from Harvey Keitel. But
plate of hot dogs is their trophy.
Yeah. Sebastian Stan also said that he spent a lot of time with Denise and the director kind of talking about relationships and things that had happened to each of them, kind of coming together and kind of making that moped scene at the end kind of feel earned. It's not like, oh, let's just do this scene for whatever reason. It was earned in the way based on the trajectory of their relationship. And he said, I guess if I'm going to be naked, maybe in Athens on a moped will have to be it. So
it definitely feels like a good crescendo, because it's one of those things. It's like when I watched, sometimes when I come home, you're watching a movie, and if it's something that's really good, I will stop and watch it. Even if it's like the last third or the second half of a movie or something like that. And that was one of those things. And yeah, I mean, I went back the same night as well. I went back to watch the rest of the film. It's not boring. I was exhausted as well, but it's not boring. I got up to the point where I got to and I was like, no, I need to go to my bed. Well, but it's pretty riveting. It wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be, but it's still riveting.
It was interesting to have you come in, and I was like, go away, because I'm at the very end of this film, and you just stood. Like, he didn't sit down. He just stood and watched the last 30 minutes of this film, and I'm like, you're watching it backwards. Yeah, he's like, but this is very good.
It's like Memento. Yeah.
He mementoed that shit.
Yeah.
But then he kept going like, oh, and having all these... You kept saying all these crazy things that you thought had happened up until this point, and I don't want to, like, ruin it for you. But
well, here's the thing. No. If I, for example, if I came and did that with Memento, where I watched the last part, it'd be like I was watching it in the traditional way.
Sure. Yeah. You're not gonna come home and have me watching Memento. That's not.
Be fucking mental.
The movie's all right.
I'll be like, why are you watching Memento? It could be watching The Prestige or something with some fucking magic in it.
No, I'm just
like
watching my
Christopher Nolan movie. One of the few.
My erotic thriller box set is usually what I'm watching when you come home.
Well, you bought some actual pornography. It's on videotape, right?
Oh my gosh.
I still haven't looked at this yet.
I am in...
How do you know it's pornography?
It says mature on the front. I don't think it's actual porn. It's maybe like a softcore erotic film.
All right, well, it's not.
But it says
porn,
mature
man.
On the front.
It's not porn unless you see a dick and a vagina.
It's not porn
interacting
unless
with each other.
Its intent is to get you aroused. That is pornography. So we'll see.
It's all sexy.
There we go. It's pornography. I went to an estate sale. I'm really into estate sales now because I'm in my 40s. But this dude had a mature film, and I snagged that shit so quickly. I am absolutely thrilled.
Do you want to hear something weird?
Yeah, sure.
Stumbled upon my mum's video collection one time, and one of them was an instructional sex video.
Oh, like how? What? Like how to have sex, or
yes.
Was it just?
Oh, it was instructional. Like it had stages.
Oh. Yeah, my parents had a tape stack in their in the closet of like a bunch of VHS, and I remember putting one of them in. I'm like, what are these blank tapes? And then I realized what they were, all taped from like when you get a free promo from like Cinemax, you know? And then you just record whatever is on it, 12 p.m.
Oh, man. Mercy.
It's wonderful. That's why I'm really interested in those estate sales. I'm like, why aren't there more blank tapes? I'm going to pick them up. Like, I also picked up an old camcorder, and I was really excited because it came with 2 tapes. And I'm like, what is on this camcorder? And it was just someone's wedding. I haven't watched the whole thing, though, so...
Still, I mean, yeah.
I want to see some of that homemade stuff. Because it's like... What a freaking treasure that would be.
God.
It would be horrifying, but I really think that would be wonderful.
There's a moment in that tape I remember watching. I was young as well. I was a teenager, and I was watching it, and it's just they shows the process of how to get an erection.
So it's basically like that scene from Monty Python and the Meaning of Life.
Pretty
but on
much
tape.
On tape. But it's like this mid shot of this guy's package, and he just starts tugging away, and then it kind of like dissolves, and it's like, and there he is. He is erect.
Maybe it was for you. Maybe it's for the kids to like learn, you know? Maybe she bought it for you.
You can't say things like that.
She bought it for you to help in life. Instructions. So you know what to do when you meet your favorite lady.
What?
When you meet your future wife. So you're expert.
Oh, God,
And you go, don't worry about it, baby. I watched the tape. I know how to do this.
I'm saying it in my head. I'm just like, don't you worry, dude. Just remember the tape.
You got this.
You got this, man. You got this by the ass.
That's part 3.
Oh, hold on. Let's just stick a VHS tape. I
forgot what happens next.
Oh, shit. I wasn't meant to do that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I skipped ahead. Oh, I skipped ahead. Oh, fuck.
Well, in terms
I don't know if I ever bring it. It came to mind because you were like, you had that pornography tape, and I was just like, fuck, I remember that instructional sex video.
Well, there's an estate sale. Maybe we'll talk about it on one of the next future episodes if we find anything. But there's an estate sale this weekend, and they've got a lot of VHS. So if I see any blanks,
We've been collecting domestic video cassette cameras, basically. That's what we've been collecting. So, I mean, one of them plugs directly into VHS, and that is your recording device. I don't think we have the correct VHS though, because the connectors are odd. But we'll have to try and figure it out. It is a project, and the idea of us carrying that thing around with it is not going to happen. But yeah,
maybe that's when we start doing more videos for the podcast. We'll do them on the little camcorder.
We will, and and we'll have pretty much an impossible way in which to try and translate that footage out into the real world.
Yeah, I've given myself a gargantuan
monetary
task.
Yeah, it's
to get all this stuff to work.
The amount of converters we would need it would be fucking insanity. Absolute insanity. You know what? I'm saying as if it's like a chore. It sounds incredibly exciting. Stuff like that really gets me excited because I used to do stuff like that all the time. Because I used to edit on video, and I'm 40 years old. I came up working on videotapes. I went to film, and then everything just went to cards, and that's where I feel like it's lost a lot of its soul.
I also, when I was in high school, I was in it was like a video class, and we had to film sketches for the Friday TV show. Anyway, but yeah, we did it on tape. It was all on tape, and we had to transfer it to digital onto the computer, and then was that like fire wires and all that. Anyway, this film was a COVID movie, and it was meant to premiere at TIFF, and it was the year that everything was shut down in 2020 for COVID. So then it premiered the next year, but I don't know why. But I have a feeling that is kind of contributing to this not being a widely seen film. Maybe why the ratings are kind of poor. I was quite surprised on how pour the ratings on Letterboxd, where I really liked this movie. You can talk about maybe you need more character development, but I liked it just as it is, my opinion. So maybe we should talk about our ratings.
Yeah, we should. I mean, I would also kind of like to add, like, they've only given you exactly what you need in order for the film to be what it is. You know, don't feel like we need all the preamble and stuff like that maybe a lot of other romances tend to show.
Okay, let's just get into it. So,
yes.
In terms of visibility and context, I'm going to go 4.5.
Okay, well, I'll just jump in. I'm just going to say a 4, so there's no docking this evening, unfortunately.
Okay, no docking station here. But I think the visibility was really good. I think the context was excellent. There is not a huge balance in nudity in the film. Denise Gough is quite a bit more nude than Sebastian Stan, but he's pretty nude as well. He's quite nude. So I mean, there's an okay balance, but yeah, she's running around quite naked quite a bit.
I would argue with the balance side of things, but yeah,
why?
I mean, because I think it feels a little bit more balanced than what you're referring to it as.
I'm evening it out as I speak, as I think. I'm working on it as I go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that it's fine. And it's not exploitative. It is very, very natural. It makes sense for the story, the entire thing. I think that they did it like they said. It was truthful and it made sense. Do you have anything to add in terms of visibility and context?
No, I like the scene in general. I would say, like, I mean, I give visibility kind of like a 4, maybe even go lower as like a 3.5 potentially. Because it's visible, but it's not that visible. Mm-hmm. But contextually, no, I do like it because obviously it's like the couple's last. Pretty much, it's like the couple's last hurrah, and they're kind of just trying to revisit the thing that really, really brought them together.
Yeah.
And it kind of, because of everything that's been happening, and obviously the turmoil and the strife and stuff with the relationship, and she's harboring demons in herself, and he's obviously fucked up too, because he's just like someone who likes to bask in misery. Yeah, I think this is kind of where everything comes to a head, and a lot of other truths are spoken. It's all super fucked up. It's a really fucked up night. So yeah, it does kind of, if we want to be like, yeah, it's cute, it's lovely and that, it's just like, yeah, it's two completely corrupted individuals, and this is like, they've hit their breaking point.
Yeah.
And that's something I can relate to. So
yeah, I think it's great, and I think it's a great moment for them too, and a great moment in the film. Yeah. And in terms of the movie, I gave it a 4. I liked it so much. I liked it very, very much.
Yeah, so we're docking tonight with the rating on the movie, and I also gave it a 4. I can agree with some of the criticisms, though, in that there are maybe some aspects of it that are lacking. I did kind of expect it to maybe go a little bit further. He's a Greek filmmaker. There are some elements of it where I'm like, just can you push it a little bit further?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a little bit more grounded in that respect, and it feels authentic. It feels genuine, and it's interesting to look at. It does look nice. It's nice and it's incredibly sharp for some reason. I don't know why I seem to think it was like one of the sharpest films I've seen in a long time. See everything.
They're very attractive as well. Everyone's very attractive.
It looks nice, very naturally colored, and it's kind of got that Greek aesthetic. Like the sky's incredibly blue, and there's grays, and there's hints of like browns and oranges, and like sharp colors and things. It looks nice. Like it looks like a good, like it's a Greek production. I give it a 4. I give it a 4 because there's a lot more I like than I dislike.
Yeah, I think this movie needs to be watched more. I think people need to get out there and check it out. It's good. It's not boring. Everyone is very good looking.
Doesn't feel its length, even though it's like it's 2 hours long almost. So
I could have watched more of it. I liked it a lot. I had a good time. It's guys, it's kind of sexy. It's kind of a sexy movie too.
Yeah, it's also got that cigarette hooker in it. Remember her?
Yeah,
from the
she's
jail
great.
cell?
Lots
She's
of cigarette
fucking
smoking.
awesome.
You know?
She says this whole thing after giving Chloe the cigarette, and Chloe's just like, I don't understand you, but thank you.
You know, bringing back cigarettes in 2020. Cool kids smoking.
That's Europe. It's just cheap as fuck to smoke over there. So,
Well,
it's just bad for you. I
Yeah,
would smoke, but it's bad for you. So it's
True.
like, yeah, because it makes your teeth smell. Everything's awful. But yeah, they're just not good for you. But I did like a smoke.
Wow. Yeah. What a treat. Get out there and watch this movie. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to rate and review us anywhere that you listen to podcasts, and be kind, because it's not a kind world out there sometimes. We are on Instagram at onthebeat, BITTE, and also we have a website, and it's onthebeat.com. And you can see a bunch of stuff on there.
Yeah, you can follow us on this cinematic journey that we're taking.
Yeah.
You know,
If you want to follow us and see what we're watching on Letterboxd, sometimes we don't just watch dick movies. You can find that information if you go to our Instagram and the link, bio, whatever.
And we have some ideas planned for the future.
We always say that.
I've wanted to put out there. Yeah, you know, who knows? I'm probably cutting all this out.
We have hopes and dreams for the future.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us, and coming to you from Pebble Beach in Athens, I've been Laura.
You could have said the Pointless Party.
Shit.
Yeah. The fuck? The Pebbly Beach. You're like, oh, I'm going to get pebbles in my vagina.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, come on. Grow up.
Coming to you from the Pointless Party, I've been Laura.
Ryan, and I've got pebbles in my gooch.
Boom.